The apartment is so quiet now. Too quiet. The kind of silence that screams at you, reminding you of everything you destroyed. I keep walking past the empty spaces where his things used to be. The gaming setup in the corner, his shoes by the door, the stupid Star Wars posters I pretended to love. I sleep on the couch because our bed, my bed now, still smells like him. Like that cologne I bought him for Christmas. Like the detergent his mom recommended. Like home. A home I burned down with my own hands. My name is Ashley, and I'm 25 years old. 2 weeks ago, my fiancé disappeared from our apartment, taking everything he owned while I was at work. No note, no explanation, no goodbye. Just gone like our 6 years together meant nothing. But I know why he left. And the worst part is, I deserve it. I met Connor freshman year of college. He was everything I thought I wanted. Sweet, stable, the kind of guy who remembered your coffee order and texted good morning every single day. After years of dating assholes who treated me like an option, Connor treated me like a priority. We fell into each other easily. Study dates became real dates. His dorm room became our sanctuary. By sophomore year, we were that couple, finishing each other's sentences, sharing inside jokes nobody else understood, making everyone else believe in love. You two are perfect together, people would say. If you guys break up, love is dead, our friends would joke. And I believed them. For years, I believed them. Connor proposed last year on our anniversary. He'd planned everything perfectly. Sunset at the beach where we'd had our first kiss, both our families hiding nearby with champagne, a photographer capturing every moment. The ring was exactly what I'd dreamed of. Ashley Marie Thompson, he said, dropping to one knee while I ugly cried. You've been my best friend, my partner, my everything for 5 years. I can't imagine a single day without you. Will you marry me? Yes, I said without hesitation. Because what else do you say when your perfect boyfriend becomes your perfect fiancé? The ring slid onto my finger like it was meant to be there. 2 carats, princess cut. Exactly what I'd pinned on my Pinterest board 3 years ago. He'd been saving for 2 years, his brother later told me. 2 years of overtime and side jobs to buy me the perfect ring. But that ring changed everything. Suddenly, I wasn't 24 anymore. I was someone's future wife, someone's forever. The weight of that word, forever, sat on my chest like a stone. We should start looking at venues, Connor would say, scrolling through Pinterest boards I'd made years ago when marriage was a distant dream. I was thinking maybe a winery, I offered weakly one night. Something small, intimate. Oh, babe, the country club is way more practical. My mom already called them. They can give us the whole place for half price. Don't you worry about a thing, I've got it handled. He kissed my forehead, completely missing the way my smile felt like cracking glass. My mom knows someone who can get us a deal on the country club, he'd add. Already planning, already deciding, already mapping out the next 60 years of my life. And just like that, the dream of a loft in the city, of finally pursuing photography, of a life that was mine, evaporated. Every conversation about our future felt like another door closing. The house in the suburbs, the 3 kids, the PTA meetings. The life that looked perfect from the outside but felt like a cage designed specifically for me. My friends were all getting married too. Every weekend, another engagement party, another bridal shower, another bachelorette where we'd joke about last night of freedom while the bride-to-be clutched her phone, texting her fiancé constantly. Is that what I'd become? Someone who needed permission to go out? Someone who'd rather stay home watching Netflix than dance until 3 a.m.? You're so lucky, my single friends would say. Connor's such a catch. He is. Sweet, successful, would be an amazing father. Everything a smart girl locks down. But I'd only been with 3 guys. Connor since I was 18. Was this it? Was he the last person I'd ever kiss? The last person I'd ever feel butterflies for? The panic started small. Just a flutter when he'd talk about kids. I want at least 3. About the house we'd buy. Something in the suburbs with a good school district. about growing old together. I can't wait to be that embarrassing old couple making out in public. But it grew, fed by every wedding invitation, every friend announcing a pregnancy. Every night Connor fell asleep at 10 p.m. while I lay awake feeling like I was suffocating. I'd had other dreams once. A photography studio in Manhattan. Travel assignments for National Geographic. A life that was bigger than the 3-bedroom colonial Connor had bookmarked on Zillow. But those dreams got smaller with every wedding planning discussion, every time he said, "when we have kids," instead of "if." I started having dreams about other men. Strangers in bars, coworkers, the hot trainer at my gym. I'd wake up wet and guilty, Connor's arm draped over me like a chain. "Girls' night tonight," I told him one Friday. "Just me, Jess, and Kayla." "Have fun, babe," he said, barely looking up from his video game. "Be safe. Text me when you get there." "I'm not a child," I snapped. He looked up, surprised. "I know, I just worry. There are creeps out there." But maybe I wanted creeps. Maybe I wanted danger. Maybe I wanted someone to look at me like prey instead of a princess. That first night, I just danced. Really danced, like I hadn't since freshman year. Let guys buy me drinks, felt their eyes on me. Remembered what it was like to be wanted by strangers. "That guy's totally checking you out," Jess giggled. "I'm engaged," I said, flashing my ring like a shield. But the next weekend, I let one of them dance with me. Just dancing. Nothing wrong with dancing. The weekend after that, the dancing got closer. His hands on my hips, my back against his chest. Still just dancing. "You're playing with fire," Kayla warned. "I'm just having fun," I insisted. "I'm getting married, not dying." But the truth was uglier. I was 24 and terrified that I'd already lived all my wild years. That Connor's nice, predictable love was all I'd ever know. That I'd die without ever feeling that electric danger of a first kiss again. The first time I kissed someone else, I was drunk. That's my excuse, though it's a shitty one. Some guy at the club, tall and built like Connor wasn't, with tattoos Connor would never get. His name was Derek or maybe David. It didn't matter. "You're engaged," he said when I pulled back, my lipstick smeared across his mouth. "Not married yet," I replied, hating myself even as I leaned in again. He tasted like whiskey and bad decisions. His hands were rough where Connor's were gentle. He pushed me against the wall like Connor never would, like I was something to take instead of treasure. I went home that night and slipped into bed beside Connor, my lips still swollen from another man's mouth. He rolled over, pulled me close, murmured "love you" in his sleep. "I'm sorry," I whispered into the darkness. But not sorry enough to stop. I should have stopped there. Should have recognized the sickness in my stomach as guilt, as a warning, as love trying to save itself. Instead, I went out the next weekend, and the next. It became a game. How far could I go without technically cheating? Dancing turned to grinding, turned to making out in dark corners. I told myself it didn't count if there was no sex. Told myself I was getting it out of my system. Told myself Connor would understand if he knew how scared I was. The lies we tell ourselves are always the most dangerous. "Where's your fiancé?" guys would ask. "Home," I'd say, tucking my ring into my purse. Jess and Kayla stopped coming out with me. Said they couldn't watch me self-destruct. So I went with work friends who didn't know Connor, who thought I was single, who cheered when I disappeared into bathroom stalls with strangers. The night I gave that guy a blowjob in the club bathroom, I knew I'd crossed every line I'd drawn for myself. But I was drunk, and he was hot, and he wanted me so badly, and when was the last time Connor had looked at me like that? Like I was a conquest instead of a guarantee? His name was Mike. I remember because he kept saying it. "Fuck, you're incredible," Mike groaned, his hands twisted in my hair. "Your boyfriend's a lucky man." "Fiancé," I corrected before taking him back in my mouth, my engagement ring catching the fluorescent light. The bathroom stall smelled like piss and cheap air freshener. My knees hurt on the dirty tile. Someone knocked on the door asking if everything was okay. "Just a minute," Mike called out, pushing deeper. I spit into the toilet and thought, no, I'm just a cheater. But I didn't stop. Every weekend became a chance to be someone else. Not Connor's fiancé, not someone's future wife. Just Ashley, 24, and wild and free. I started dressing differently for these nights. Bought clothes Connor would hate. Short skirts, low-cut tops, heels I could barely walk in. Hid them in my car, changed in club bathrooms. "You look different," Connor said one Saturday when I came home at 3 a.m. "Jess let me borrow her dress," I lied, knowing the dress was crumpled in my back seat, stained with some stranger's drink and cologne. "You seem distant lately," Connor would say. "Just stressed about wedding planning," I'd lie. He'd kiss my forehead, offer to help, be so fucking understanding that I wanted to scream. Why couldn't he see what I was becoming? Why couldn't he get angry, suspicious, something other than trusting? "I love you," he'd say. "Love you too," I'd respond, the words ash in my mouth. The weekend before he left, I was grinding on some guy whose name I never learned. Jess was there, the first time in weeks. She spent the whole night looking at me with disgust. She'd been documenting everything. I didn't know that then. Taking videos when I was too drunk to notice. Screenshots of my texts about needing to be free and feeling trapped. Building a case like a prosecutor. "This is wrong," she said in the Uber home. "Connor doesn't deserve this." "Connor doesn't know," I slurred, checking my phone. 3 missed calls, 5 texts asking if I was okay. "He loves you," Jess said quietly. "Do you even remember what that means?" "I love him too," I insisted. "No," she said. "You love what he does for you. The security, the stability, the blind trust. But you don't love him. If you did, you wouldn't be able to do this." "I can't do this anymore," she said the next day over coffee. "I can't watch you destroy the best thing in your life." "Then don't watch," I snapped. Her face hardened. "You don't get it, Ash. It's not just about you. I'm Connor's friend too. I have to listen to him talk about how excited he is, how he can't wait to spend his life with you, all while knowing you had some stranger's dick in your mouth last night. It makes me feel disgusting. It makes me a liar too." "I never asked you to lie." "Every time I see him and don't tell him what you're doing, I'm lying. Every time he asks how girls' night was and I say fun, I'm lying. I can't do it anymore." "Jess, please." "He showed me the house he wants to buy you," she interrupted. "Did you know that? A 4-bedroom because he wants to fill it with kids. Your kids, while you're out there swallowing strangers in bathroom stalls." "Fine," she said, gathering her purse. "I won't watch anymore, but Connor deserves to know who he's marrying." "You wouldn't." "Watch me." But she did more than stop watching. She compiled everything. Every photo, every video, every shameful detail organized into a folder labeled, "The Truth About Ashley." She sent it all to Connor on Monday morning while he was at work. Sent him pictures of me grinding on strangers, making out in corners, disappearing into bathrooms with men whose names I didn't know. She even included her own testimony, explaining how I'd hide my ring, lie about where I was going, brag about how Connor was too trusting to ever catch me. I came home that Tuesday to an empty apartment. His gaming setup gone, his side of the closet bare. Even the engagement photos we'd had taken vanished like our future. My first instinct was damage control. He wouldn't answer my calls, my texts, anything. I sent him 47 texts that first day. Everything from "baby, please talk to me," to "this isn't what it looks like," to "Jess is lying because she's jealous." His family shut me out completely. His mother, who'd called me her bonus daughter, blocked my number. His brother, who was supposed to be a groomsman, told me to fuck off and die when I showed up at his apartment. Our friends chose sides immediately, and not in my favor. So I lied. Connor cheated, I told anyone who'd listen. I caught him with some girl from his gym, probably been going on for months. I kicked him out and he's too ashamed to show his face. The lie came so easily. I'd had practice, after all. It was easier than admitting I'd thrown away 6 years because I was scared of forever. Easier than explaining that I'd sucked a stranger's dick in a dirty bathroom because I missed feeling wanted. Easier than acknowledging that I was exactly the kind of girl mothers warn their sons about. My parents believed me immediately. Why wouldn't they? I was their perfect daughter with the perfect fiancé. Connor must have done something terrible to make me kick him out. That bastard, my mom raged, after everything you've done for him. We'll handle this, my dad promised. He won't get away with hurting you. For a week, I let everyone believe it. Let them comfort me, rage for me, trash Connor's name on social media. Better to be the victim than the villain. Then Connor sent the email. Subject line, "For your reading pleasure." I saw it hit my inbox at 3:47 p.m. on a Tuesday. My stomach dropped before I even opened it. Every picture, every video, every shameful detail laid out for my parents, my friends, my fucking coworkers to see. Me grinding on strangers, me making out in corners, me disappearing into bathrooms. The worst one, a video clearly showing me on my knees in that bathroom stall, my engagement ring visible as I wiped my mouth after. He'd written a detailed timeline, professional like a police report. No emotion, just facts. March 15th, Ashley seen kissing unknown male at Velvet nightclub. April 2nd, video evidence of Ashley engaging in sexual acts in bathroom. April 23rd, Ashley removes engagement ring before entering club. At the bottom, he'd added, "I loved her with everything I had. I was planning our future while she was destroying it. I've been accused of cheating by the person who betrayed me in the worst possible way. I'm setting the record straight. Please don't contact me. I need time to heal from this." My phone exploded within minutes. My mother called screaming. Friends who'd supported me sent messages calling me a lying whore. My social media filled with people sharing the evidence, adding their own commentary about what kind of person destroys a good man and then lies about it. My boss pulled me aside the next day. "We can't have this kind of publicity associated with our company." I was fired by lunch. "How could you?" my mother sobbed when I finally went home. "Connor was perfect. He loved you. He was going to give you everything." I was scared, I tried to explain, mascara running down my face. "Of what? Being loved? Being secure? Having a future?" "Yes, all of it. But how do you explain that to someone who married their high school sweetheart and never wondered what else was out there?" "You humiliated us," my father said, not even looking at me. "Our friends, our family, everyone knows what you did. Mrs. Patterson from church sent me that video of you. Doing that to some stranger. Do you have any idea how that feels?" "I made a mistake." "A mistake?" My mother laughed bitterly. "A mistake is forgetting an anniversary. This was calculated cruelty. You destroyed that boy, then tried to destroy his reputation too." She was right. I'd taken Connor's love and twisted it into something ugly, used his trust as a weapon against him. And when he finally found out, I tried to burn him down to save myself. I'm living with my parents now. Connor kept the apartment. His name was on the lease anyway. I see him sometimes around town. He looks good. Lighter somehow, like I was weight he's glad to be free of. "I'm sorry," I said the one time we were alone, at the grocery store of all places. "I know," he replied. Not, "It's okay," or "I forgive you." Just acknowledgement that my sorry existed. He's dating someone new already. Her name is Rachel. She's a pediatric nurse who volunteers at animal shelters and doesn't drink. She has brown hair and a kind smile and looks at Connor like he hung the moon. I stalked her Instagram before she made it private. No club photos, no party girls. Just pictures of her with kids at the hospital, with rescue dogs, with Connor looking happier than I'd seen him in months. She's boring, I told myself, scrolling through photos of their hiking dates and cooking nights. But she's not boring. She's stable. She's what Connor deserves. Someone who knows that love isn't about butterflies and bathroom hookups. It's about choosing the same person every day, especially when it's hard. "You want to dance?" they ask, already knowing I will. Because what else do I have now? I'm 25 with a reputation that follows me like perfume. The girl who had everything and threw it away for nothing. The girl who wanted to be wild and free and ended up just being alone. Some nights, when the apartment is too quiet and the wine isn't enough, I read our old texts. Connor planning our future. Me lying about where I was. Him saying he loved me. Me saying it back and almost meaning it. My ring sits in my jewelry box. Connor never asked for it back. Probably doesn't want anything that touched me. Sometimes I put it on and pretend I'm still the girl who said yes on that beach, who believed in forever, who thought 6 years of history meant something. But I'm not that girl. I'm the girl in those videos, grinding on strangers, disappearing into bathrooms, destroying the best thing in my life because I was terrified of how good it was. Connor was my home, and I burned it down because I missed the thrill of being homeless. Now, all I have are ashes, and the knowledge that some mistakes can't be undone. Some forevers end before they even begin, and some girls are too broken to recognize love when it's sleeping right beside them, trusting them completely, planning a future they're already destroying. That's who I am. Not Connor's fiancé, not someone's future wife. Just Ashley, 25 and notorious, known in every bar as the girl who cheated on the perfect guy. At least the strangers still want to dance. Funny how forever ends, not with a fight, but with a knock on a bathroom stall.